Lycett. Bounce favoured Reeves. Umpire's going to let it go, and Lycett with some aggression fisted it forward. Hawks play it down in the first contest. Travis Boak sends the power forward. First up, Georgiades. Front and centre, Jath with all his athleticism and skill, but an opportunity he's going to pay. The first game of Josh Sim. Can he kick the first goal? Got his first touch, the young man. It ricochets off a boot. Scrimshaw, the big ruckman Reeves, was off the boot of O'Meara, but Lycett was well placed. And here's Darcy Byrne-Jones, ever reliable halfback. A lot of Hawks back there, and that's a good sign. Ned Reeves, the tallest ever Hawthorn listed player, 211 centimetres. Morrison held his ground well under real pressure. And now Frost, always exciting when he's got ball in hand. Wingard, he's got to go back. Great to see Trent McKenzie. We thought he'd done his knee last week. O'Meara, short, good build up the Hawks. And Dylan Moore has it. Maybe just out of his range. Oh, he's got a 50. He's a consistent goal kicker, this young man. To waste no time. There's the first. Dylan Moore's got it.
Chankwath Jath having some running repairs done.
Scrimshaw now, he's a classy left footer. Will do a lot of the fullback kicking in. Gets it as long down the line as he can. Mitchell. No surprise that the footy's in his hands regularly already. There he is again, Tom Mitchell. Flicked it out beautifully to Bruce. And that was a classy bit of vision and skill. And now Newcomb created some space. They've got one-on-ones here. Gunston's going to present up. The lead was on. Newcomb decides to go the Wingard option. And Chad, one-on-one, too good on that occasion. Directly in front. You can't imagine anything apart from that going straight through. The Hawks get the first 2 goals. Oh, well played, McAvoy. They've gone long and strong from the fullback kick in twice. Runner outside, Dylan Moore. He gets it moving quickly, and that is great. Coast-to-coast play from the Hawks. Could this be his first goal in AFL football? Good-looking effort. Connor McDonald has got it. He'll never forget that moment. And the Hawks have got the first 3.
They're just standing still. They're not leading at the football. They're looking up and the zoning players there for Hawthorn, and they're not leading at the ball. You still have to lead at the ball, and you might drag a player out of the zone. A big clash here.
McKenzie involved again. He'd already been in the hands of the trainers and just come back out onto the ground.
I think they may have avoided too much damage there. Might be just a winded situation.
Scrimshaw contemplates, nothing obvious. Happy to take a couple of bounces and roll. To the wing he goes, Mitch Lewis. Terrific in the air last week. Starting to grow and build in confidence.
Play with him. Move it on. Play on.
3-1 last week for Lewis. Sicily.
Play on.
Almost a new recruit. Didn't risk him last year, Hawthorn. Gunston inaccurate early last week. What can he do here? Onto the right, puts it to a dangerous spot. So dangerous, it is through the middle. Never looked like missing.
Play on.
He's Skinner.
Play on.
Started his life as a Lion. 3 Ricos, 3 games. Delisted. A year at South Adelaide. Back out at this level. Rosie will get the free kick.
Port Adelaide.
Jonas around the back, called for the football. Ends up with Wines. Chance here for Port Adelaide again. Finlayson. Lycett off the ground. That'll do. Soccers it through. Rolls into the back of the net, and finally Port have a major.
McAvoy and Lycett. And the ruckman got a real clear hit out. It's going to be an inside 50 opportunity though for Port Adelaide, and Frost was really good in front of Marshall. Hawks defence has been on top in this game. Scrimshaw out in the McAvoy direction. He read it a bit better than Lycett. Now that is a good ball. O'Meara, normally clever by a foot. He's got Gunston streaming back. Put it out beautifully. Gunston didn't let him down.
Port have got the forward half game going, but they're getting them on the transition, Hawthorn. Again, that fast ball movement transition. The inside 50s are 19-13.
The first goal of the night tonight, Dylan Moore opens up the phase and he puts it straight through. He's got a couple.
So Dylan Moore has a couple. Hawks have 5. Ken Hinkley's men have a bit of a problem. Hawks by 21. Marshall sets himself. Scrimshaw was brave. Powell Pepper fumbled a little. Georgiades to a bit of space. Ends up with Houston from 45. Pulls the trigger. Jath sees it sail over the umpire's head.
Stan Houston's 3rd goal for the year. No power player has kicked more than one. Start of the year in fine from his Drew. Now they're starting to build Burn-Jones. They're going backwards to go forward though. That kick from Burton's got to be good, and it is. Xavier Dersma. Motlop charging out to the wing. Lysette working hard, the big man. He's had a good patch here. Almost tried to draw the 50-metre penalty, having a launch out at Georgiades. Ground level, Butters. He's tough and he's brave. He's in and under. They're still fighting up by letting it go. Rosie farmed it back. Here is Butters.
Port Adelaide.
Port Adelaide free kick. Moore a little bit right. He's stuck it home.
Getting their forward game going. It's just that efficiency. We've talked about it a fair bit in this first half. If they can get that working, that hurts.
And in fairness, 3-5 should be 5-3 at least. 2 straight last week. Wingard extends the lead.
147 games over 7 years for Port Adelaide, Chad Wingard. Butters charged at it, full-chested. Nicely done, McDonald to Warple from true centre-half forward. Mitch Lewis is a dangerous one-on-one player. Well done, McKenzie. Oh, look at the pickup. Look at the skill of the Irishman, Nash. That was outstanding. Hard-running Finn McGuinness involved there.
That's like 5. Play on.
Outstanding junior athlete himself, Finn McGuinness. Son of the 2-time premiership. Hawks, Scotty McGuinness. Here's Bruce. One-on-one inside 50. Gunston's a tough player. McKenzie's got his work cut out. He's capable on the left. Bends it towards goal. Gunston! What about that? Ed Reeves, the big 211-centre ruckman, was jumped over on that occasion by Lysette. Powell Pepper managed to get hold of it. Back to Butters. And now Boat. Leading target was Finlayson. It wasn't a bad kick for him. He just couldn't quite complete it. And now Warple hunted the footy. McAvoy went to ground. Clever enough to get it to Moore, who's been effective. Back to McAvoy. They're really connecting well. Newcomb, the overlap handball to Connor Nash. He sends it to the goal square. Mitch Lewis is a real chance here. They're good hands.
Mark.
Really strong mark. Good body position. Perfect start coming up in the second half for Hawthorn. What about this?
Set shots now, 6 straight Hawthorn, 1 for Port Adelaide.
12th disposal for O'Meara. Butters gets involved. Little clever kick to Powell Pepper. Should finish. And does. The locals are happy. Port get their 4th. Rosie. What can they manufacture here, Port Adelaide? Finlayson off a hand. Danger. Brass did enough. Chance for Sin. Ball not quite. Finlayson tries to work his way through. Does. Motlop check side. Motlop's pretty clever. He's really clever. They get another. Back to back they go. McAvoy, brilliant tap to Moore. Worked his way through. McDonald. Fabulous handball to Morrison. Morrison from 50. It'll fall short one-on-one. Gunston used his body brilliantly.
Play on.
Gunston has 3. 2 on his left, 1 on his right. Either Mitch Lewis or deeper still, Gunston who continues to lurk. Mitch Lewis flies. Mitch Lewis is found. 3-1 last week. Marked like Carey at times. Tonight, he squeezes another through, and he's got a couple.
Nice little step there from Travis Boat, the veteran, but Sicily, so good to see him back out there. Missed a full year last year. Huge part of this side. Dylan Moore's got rid of his man Jones. A little clever kick inboard. It's going to come back to Moore. Here's Phillips. Came on as the sub. Connor McDonald stepped back inboard, but only as far as Ollie Wines, and he's a little too hot by hand. Mitchell again, great courage. Schwarple went back. Burn-Jones released to Josh Ward. Could this be his first goal in the AFL? Josh Ward, he's got it. What a moment for that young man.
Here he is again. Great-grandfather played 30-odd games for the Hawks.
Holding, Hawthorn, hey.
His second, and he has absolutely arrived. Ward, here's Bruce. The game of his has been outstanding. Look at that. The kick was pinpoint.
Sometimes as a forward, you just want the ball kicked.
Round the corner he goes. Lewis gets another, his third. The Hawks got the Blues next weekend. Suddenly it becomes, if they can hold on here and continue to play like they've been playing, unbelievable. Powell Pepper pulls the trigger again. Whooshka. He's got a couple. They needed that. Kick terrific from Hardwick to Scrimshaw.
Outside 5.
Starting to get text from Carlton fans and Hawthorn fans. Last 13 times Hawks have been 2-zip. They've made the final 6 of those 13. They've won the flag. Wow. Scrimshaw, hasn't he been good? To the pack, O'Meara quickly to Mitchell. Onto his foot. Kick goes about 25. Bounces another 5. Off a few hands. Warple rides the bump of Butters. Goes underneath a couple. Gives it off to O'Meara. He waits the ball perfectly. And into the hands of Lewis, who's had a big night. You don't kick a football much better than that. Hawks have got 14.
Reeves beautifully guided down. Frost has kicked it into a dangerous spot, and he went after it again. Frost. Drew's handball was good. Powell Pepper's been a standout this quarter. Oh, that's brilliant. That is unbelievable. 3 goals for the quarter. Powell Pepper.
This is when they've looked their most dangerous, Richo. When they get the ball in the back line, they're transitioning it.
It's been outstanding, the counter-attack all night.
McDonald. Chance here. Does well. Runs away from Rose.
Out again.
Got the numbers. 2 space. 2v1. How's the bounce? Bruce got a couple of options. Go himself. Give it to Gunson. Do the 1-2. Bruce runs out of room, but he's quick enough. Outside of the right, Bruce.
Wins here at the Adelaide Oval are hard to come by against Port Adelaide. They were 8-3 here last year. The 3 losses were to the eventual prelim finalists, Melbourne, the Bulldogs, and the Brisbane Lions. So this is huge from Hawthorn, and look at the intent there. Phillips came crashing in. Ward's been outstanding in the second game. Good second effort from Motlop. Ran down Tom Mitchell to Riley Bonner. And no one at home at all. That was just... Well, Granger Barras had his name all over it. And now on the rebound, here they come again. They just get moving every time. O'Meara, intention to play on, and Bruce got out the back, got all on his own tilt. He's already kicked one, Luke Bruce. He was never going to miss that. It's out to 49 points.
Be very happy with what they've brought into the team, that's for sure. Starting with 2 wins.
Here's one of the faces, Connor McDonald, picked 26 in last year's draft. Just looks like a ready-made player. Great effort, Gunston. He's had a huge night. Mitch Lewis piling on some pressure. John Newcomb laid 14 tackles in his first game, that man. He's got an appetite for it, and he's forced the error just with sheer will and desire. It's just a couple of goals so far in his short AFL career. That looks pretty good. How about that? What a night. Another set shot goes straight through.
Here's Warple. He and Reeves try and combine. Back to Newcomb, who just was terrific from the boundary line. Morrison doesn't blast away. Clever kick to Nash. His kick under the chest of Lewis. He's getting nervous on the set shot here. Lewis is looking for five straight.
13 straight they're going for.
13 straight, 5 straight for Mitch.
Look at that, bang.
Oh, this is ridiculous. From about 55, going to fall in the square. McAvoy, all on his lonesome, shouldn't have been so.
Yeah, that should never happen.
I'm pleased the Port coaching staff. I know it's all over, but you just want your young forwards to fight to the very end. Nash tried to slap it forward to Gunston, who's been huge. Darcy Byrne-Jones slides in after it now. Jack Gunston releases Connor McDonald. Kicked his first AFL goal in the first quarter, puts it out in front. Mitch Lewis, he got a shocking bounce. He's looking for goal number 6. Gave it to Luke Bruce. It's all Hawthorn. What a win this is. 64 points.
Nash is a chance. Fist from Jonas. Ball spills over. But it's a big win on the road. It's a happy team at Hawthorn, and it's a happy coach's box.